All right, well, cheers to our...
That's not how you fucking start a goddamn podcast. We start by introducing ourselves.
No, who cares? Cheers me, bitch.
Two dudes drinking beer. Bi-weekly podcast show. It's just two dudes drinking beer. Talking about...
Yeah, we don't need to have a...
That's how this goes, man. That's the whole point.
See, that's the thing. I've really approached this without giving a shit. As you could tell by the logo, I definitely just did not care about anything. I just want to see what happens if we just go in and see what comes out of it.
And then you're just two jackasses drinking beer.
So let's change the name.
We're two dudes drinking beer.
Well, we could be either or.
I prefer to be two dudes.
Oh, you prefer two dudes?
Always, yeah. Two dudes.
two dudes better than one, huh? Thirsty again.
So why did you want to start a podcast?
I think for me, it's just always fun to kick it and hang out and drink, and I feel like I'm always the guy who's like saying something along the lines of, we should record this, or we deserve a TV show. And last time we were watching a movie, I was just grilling the movie the entire time, and it was a lot of fun to like give commentary. And I was like, that's what a podcast is. We just gotta talk shit or sit down and just say what's on our minds and just record it, and just whatever happens, happens. And then you hit me up a few days ago and was like, I want to take this seriously. And in my head, it'd be watching movies and grilling them. But like I said, I don't really care if we wanted to do this or watch a movie or critique music, whatever it is going to be. It's basically me trying to be a complete asshole and roast people if it's commentary. But if it's not, it's just going to be two dudes drinking beer.
I don't know, man. Commentary is pretty whack, in my opinion. It's just trend chasing.
Well,
not like this is trend chasing too. Everyone and their fucking mother has a podcast trying to be the next Joe Rogan.
Facts.
But I mean, especially now in like quarantine because everyone's at home.
That's another big reason too, is like the quarantine, bro, with all this going on. It's like just having the free time to be able to actually do it. Nice. Just to be able to actually like do it now. Because I've wanted to do podcasts for a while. It's just, being able to set some time aside for sure now is gonna be nice.
Yes.
Sorry.
I agree.
I cut you off pretty hard.
Yeah, I didn't get cut off. I had a complete thought. My thought ended.
Period.
Do you say the T or the D? What do you end the period?
Period.
What? How do you even fucking say that?
As you know, during this audio test,
This is not a test. This is the whole ass run.
No. As during the audio test.
Okay.
See, even right there is case in point, bro. Like, the way I talk changes so much. Like, as you know, I can't really pronounce my R sounds.
Worldly. Every time.
I can't really pronounce the letter R unless I really focus on it. And if I start talking too fast, it'll kind of slip, and I'll sound like I have like, I don't know,
speech impediment.
Yeah, I just start using W's instead of R's.
Oh woo.
Bro. But
That's racist.
Bro.
Arrow.
I didn't say that. You made it racist. Motherfucker. All right. During the speech test for the sound check, I was saying stuff with the letter R in it, but I was pronouncing with W's. And sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't sound bad. Sometimes I sound like a fucking mentally ill patient. But for period, I guess I can break it down to where it's like I could say it like period.
Yeah, but I'm specifically talking about like the slang term, adding a T at the end.
Period. I think it's more like a like an urban kind of period. Like,
But there's still a D in there.
yeah, but it's like it's just a way of helping you articulate what's being said. It's not like Lil Wayne said it best, man. The G is silent, like lasagna. So if G is silent to Lil Wayne and lasagna, the T is probably silent in period to Lil Wayne.
Who fucking rhymed mansion with Wisconsin?
Mansion, Wisconsin.
Who was that?
It's probably Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's.
No. It was the T-Pain.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Mr. Autotune.
Mr. Autotune. How would you say it? Would it be period or period?
Well, because I see it as
I see it on Twitter all the time. That's what you're talking about.
yeah,
right?
it's like the fucking it's a slang term that women primarily use. Sassy women.
I just hit the mic.
Don't do that.
It wasn't on
Because
purpose.
I see it with my fucking scholarly brain.
Scholarly.
Scholarly.
He said scholarly.
My well-educated mind. No.
Wow, shit on everyone who's not educated in the audience.
I
All
see
three
it.
of them out there.
Okay, so I don't want to say I used phonics growing up,
He was hooked on phonics.
but that's how I learned how to pronounce words. Break it down into its syllables and then say it phonetically. So I see period and I can say period. It's fine. Period. There's a D. It's a hard D. It's period. Then you throw a T at the end. Period.
I said like period.
Sure, you can say it like that, but I don't see it like that. I can't.
How do you spell your last name?
Oberzut?
How do you say your last name?
Oberzut.
So with what you just said about being hooked on phonics and phonetically correct, how does that line up with the existence of your last name? Because that does not follow the same. You should be pronouncing your name differently with that line of thinking.
No,
Yes.
I disagree.
So because
Is O'Brien pronounced Aubrian?
no, because it's O apostrophe Brian.
Not all the time.
Generally, yeah.
So my mom's boss, his last name is Ober. It's written Ober. It's pronounced Ober. If you saw Ober, how would you pronounce it? Auber? It's close.
We're talking about you.
I know.
So-
Ober and Oberzut are basically the same fucking thing. Throw a zut on the end.
Define the way you walk me through the period thing again
So I see it as period, and then
with the T.
I just see it as period, and then there's a T. So it already ends in a very hard consonant.
Period.
Period. The D. The D.
I follow.
The hard consonant. And then you
The
throw
hard D.
And then you throw a T at the end. Another very hard consonant sound.
Period. Period.
Yes. You sound like a fucking hi-hat.
Period.
Yeah. So I don't understand. I don't know how to say that that version
Word.
of the word period. I know fucking if
So
Darian's
then-
gonna watch this, she's gonna be like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Darian's gonna say,
It's just period.
Fuck you, Josh. Yeah, it's just period.
It's like, no, I can't comprehend it. It doesn't
If
make any
Darian is
sense.
watching this, she's still gonna give me shit for saying worldly.
She always will. You'll never live that down,
I
man.
know. But let's go through it. You were saying you had phonics growing up.
I didn't have phonics, but that's just the phonetic breakdowns of
So then break it down
words.
phonetically, and then let's, based on your like core understanding, let's see how you would pronounce it.
It's 3 syllables.
Period.
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 With the T add another syllable. Period.
It's placing the stress. So you have the two competing, the D and the T.
Mm-hmm.
You have the two competing consonants for where you put your stresses. Like, remember in Spanish class when you're like, where you place the accent?
Yeah.
And that's where you use your voice to like inflect the sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same kind of concept.
Yeah.
So like for me, I don't know where to put the stress on the consonant.
Well, it sounds like you're putting the stress in your mind.
Okay, Dr. Phil.
We'll be back. Updated the ranch.
What? I thought you meant like the fucking sauce. I was very confused. We're still talking about Dr. Phil.
Mm-hmm. All right, but so you don't know whether to stress the T or not.
Or the D.
Wouldn't you think that you have the option to stress either?
Given the context of the word and its classical use, I would say no. Because it's just period. It ends at the duh.
But you could
But-
essentially substitute the T for the D and say period. And it still have the hard...
If it's written with a T instead of a D, yes. But I never see it with it. I always see...
it would make more sense to make
DT.
the D silent, right? If you had to
Can't
choose
just make
between
words silent, or letters silent.
lasagna, Colonel,
So take the G out
bologna.
Take the G out of lasagna and try to say it phonetically.
I don't even know how to spell lasagna grammatically.
Lasgna.
Bologna
Oscar Mayer.
has a name. That's the only thing I know how to spell with a G in it.
It is pronounced Bologna in other places, though.
In Britain, they say aluminium, which I think is fucking cool.
I saw a post the other day saying that, like, why don't Americans have British accents? Because we're technically everyone who originally came to America is British.
Well, we moved west
But
because we were like, your accents are gay, and they're like, oi.
no, so, like, apparently, like, it's fucking shit you see on Instagram or Twitter, so
Yeah.
take it with a grain of salt. But, you know, I'm very, like, oh, I see a fact. I actually did a speech about, okay, so I'm getting out of hand, but, I'll get to that later.
Flying off the handle.
Okay, so
Josh Ober's that.
British accents. I saw a post and was like, why don't people have British accents anymore? We all came from there.
Does this have to do with the etymology and the shit you learned last semester?
Entomology. That was
Entomology?
the etymology, but no.
That was this etymology?
Shut up. Don't use words like that. They're wrong. It was, okay, so why don't we have British accents? We're all from there. And apparently someone said that...
We're not all from there. America's great.
Wait.
I slipped up.
Yeah, shut the
I slipped
fuck
up.
up.
This is why it needs to be edited. And it won't be because that's actually...
You can't edit this shit.
I know.
It's just constant video feed.
Great.
Constant audio feed.
It's baby talk. I default to baby talk.
Okay.
And before I cut you off again, go ahead.
So apparently someone said that this is the classical British accent. Granted, not ours, because we have a
Not accented one?
It's like the original British accent.
This one, the one we're speaking with right
Well, we
now.
have more Californian accent, but like towards the East Coast, like the original
fucking New Yorker?
original 13 colonies,
Yeah.
like that, what it originally was before
Why did they change...
it broke into different dialects. And it over in England in the 19th century, they started talking differently to distinguish class.
That makes fucking perfect sense.
I
That's
know,
why you
but
get
someone wrote it on the internet, so who the fuck knows?
No, but that makes perfect sense though, because that gets you the whole aristocrat. What are you, poor?
Aluminium.
You can't afford a horse in the old money district for my aluminium company. And when you say it like that, it almost kind of sounds like the aristocratic Western like railroad kind of people who are like, not like I wasn't there obviously, but like the way they're depicted in movies and films, like when they're building the railroad, it's like, well,
The Asians?
no,
They built the railroad, motherfucker.
they did build the railroad, but the white people were okay,
Slave owners.
yeah, yeah.
It's not funny, man.
No, it's just
Why are you laughing? You think slavery is funny?
No,
There you go. Backpedal.
So white people,
Choose your next words very carefully.
fucking, you backed me up, man. I got nothing now.
So I just thought that was super interesting. Like,
You think slaves are super interesting?
no, the British accent.
Tell me why you think
motherfucker.
slaves are so interesting.
Free labor, but that's not what it's about. It's bad. I'd work for free. I would do my current job.
I worked for free for sure.
If you're doing something you love, you wouldn't mind not getting paid for it.
Yeah, I don't think they loved it. Is the debate there?
I'm just saying, I would do my current job for free.
Yeah, if they provided room and board. I
No,
mean,
I could live here.
well, yeah, I guess you could. But
I just thought it was a super cool, maybe true fun fact about British accents.
it makes sense. It really makes sense when you sit down and think about it because, I mean, classism is like a real thing, and it seems like something that's been around forever and would be done. Like, that's the reason why people, like, also in the movies and shit. I don't know why I keep defaulting to this, but that's just like raised on movies, I guess. But you'd also see them like sitting at the dinner table and they're like, which one's the soup spoon? And which one's the
little
salad?
one.
And which one's the salad fork?
The little
and they go
ones.
through the etiquette training. That's got to be a statement on their social class, obviously, because they have the money to be trained in something like that. And why wouldn't it be the same way? Oh, this is how rich people speak and pronounce their words.
Yeah, but that's not like a British accent.
I know, but just a general kind of understanding of it is that's how someone could be taught to speak and how someone could speak and be told this is how people with money speak versus how the impoverished speak. Hence the accents in different regions too, because there's definitely richer parts of England, much like richer parts of the United States. Like, I've never seen a banker in New York actually talk like
Like a bank teller or like a Wall
no,
Street
like
banker?
on Wall Street, like the Wolf of Wall Street, right? He's got the kind of Brooklyn accent or wherever the accent's from, but you'll never see them on TV discussing stocks with that accent. They always are very clear spoken, unaccented, and just kind of.
I don't know, man. If that movie's anything as accurate as what it depicted, he doesn't speak very cool. He speaks the very same. Jordan Belfort.
I think he's got like the whole like poverty and nobility. Like he's got an accent to the way he talks and how he is about himself. And I think it's just for the character. But if you see them on like CNN or Fox News for the stock reports, it's always just like, yeah, well, the NASDAQ is down. It's almost like a news broadcast. Like, news broadcasters are a great way to like understand it, right? Every news broadcaster or radio host has that kind of distinct radio or news broadcasting voice. Tonight at 11, this and that. And then we'll go further into cyber crime that teens are committing, and you won't believe it.
Well, that's also how they regularly talk.
I know, but that's... Well, not everyone talks like that, for
Most
sure.
of them. You can't just be a regular fucking dude, have a non-interesting voice, and be a radio host.
But it's not the... Like, you can have a good-sounding voice, but it's, like, the way they talk, you know? It's like... Like, you ever seen Family Guy with Trisha Takanawa, the Asian reporter?
Yeah.
It's like, hello, I can't even do it. I'm not even going to do it because it's not going to do it justice. But they have like you could almost stereotypically hear it in your head or understand it. Just based off like that, you know? The accent. We're derailing pretty hard.
Talking about Asian accents and Family Guy.
No, we were talking about British accents and how they developed and how our accents on the East Coast of America are more representative of an early British dialect. Look at me trying to add big words because I want to sound smart.
Because
I'm going to turn my mic up a little.
Because I already used big words. Please ignore him. That didn't happen. He did not get up.
I did not. You saw nothing.
There's going to be no cuts.
Ignore the man behind the mask. That's a little better.
Loud as fuck, boy.
Is that?
I don't know. Compared to me,
No, we're about the same.
I disagree.
Fuck, now I'm way too loud.
What happened to record quiet, boost loud, motherfucker? Take your own advice.
It is a
I
good
be living life.
It is a good process, but it's also you don't want me to be so quiet. I looked a lot quieter than you.
Okay, well, let me compare this waveform right now that I'm making.
Oh, we're pretty stable again then. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Quit looking at the screen. If anything, look at the main one.
I can only see you.
The little one. That's perfect. Look at me. See, if I'm doing anything weird, let me know. If you're doing anything weird, I'll let you know.
I can't see myself.
That's what I'm for, motherfucker. That's what I just said.
All right.
You keep me in check, I keep you in check. We definitely should have grabbed more than one beer.
I'm already out too.
I've been out.
Well,
2 dudes drinking beer.
you want to go grab some other ones, and I'll talk about the impact of Asian culture to apologize for all the slavery.
Don't fucking do that, man. Jesus Christ. You're just talking about Naruto for some fucking 2 hours.
Oh, I fucking love Naruto.
You fucking nerd.
It's a weeb.
Same shit.
And I'm proud of it. I was bluffing. I got nothing to say, but I think this podcast is going to be a complete and utter failure. I think it's going to crash and burn to the ground so fucking hard into a fiery, fiery train wreck. But it'll be fun, and that's kind of the point of it. Darren, if you're listening, I hope you don't mind me using your name. You're probably going to come up a lot. Ryan, Oscar. Yeah, if you guys come up, sorry. I was saying if we say the names of our friends, I hope you don't mind us using your name on our podcast because...
I already said Darian, so fuck it, who cares?
Yeah, I know. And I was going through the list. I was like, Oscar, Josh...
Oscar doesn't even know how to navigate to a podcast.
I bet you... Oh, Raul. Raul's the other one. He's the one who likes the podcasting.
Yeah, we're doing this just for Raul.
Raul, here's to you, big guy.
2 dudes drinking beer.
You seem really proud of that name. Can I get the...
Oh my god, I gotta take my keys off my belt.
It's not like you're going anywhere. Not like you're gonna go drive your car.
I keep seeing ads for breathalyzers.
Me too.
For like, don't know. You just turned the camera off.
How did I turn it off the camera?
I don't know, man. I blame you though.
Do we hit the limit? What are we at? 20 minutes? I bet you we just hit.
23.
Bet you we just hit the limit. You need to figure out how to fix that. Obviously, it's a podcast, so I guess I can just keep talking. What Josh's dipshit did.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Look how mad he is.
Because it wasn't me.
He said it was me. I just tossed my my bottle cap into the trash can. I totally made it, by the way. And the camera turned off as soon as I did that. So Josh is blaming me for the camera turning off. Whereas he called me 30 years old earlier while I was setting up the audio. Which kind of hurt because I'm 25. And that, like, I don't know, man. That's a weird age to hit being as unsuccessful as I am. like, Jesus, I couldn't imagine still working in fast food and being 30, man. But, like, more to you. I mean, it really is just, like, any job, man. I was discussing downstairs with Josh's mom. I was like, the economy's fucking fake, dude. Like, the whole idea of it is just so whack. Is it all zoomed in and everything still?
Yeah, the camera hasn't changed.
All right. I mean, it
Now
did
you-
turn
now you
off.
can see yourself.
Now I can see myself. Hey! There I am.
Where's my beer?
Where's my beer? You leave it on the desk? Nice. I got a fucking awful farmer's tan. Is it this arm?
Well, dude, it's summertime.
Hell
Catch a tan.
yeah, dude.
Catch a tan.
Fuck yeah, check that out.
Gross. Okay, so when I was gone, what were you talking about?
I was shouting at the homies, and I was saying, if we use your name, we're sorry. We're hoping you're cool with it. We're not gonna ask your permission. We're just gonna fucking post this.
I'm not changing anyone's name for the sake of a story.
But I mean, here's the thing: if you know me or Josh, you probably know the squad. So if you don't know the squad, you finna find out.
Don't say that phrase ever again.
Finna. How would you pronounce finna? What if it was Finnat? Would the T be silent?
Finat?
Finnit. Finnit. Finay. It's finay.
No.
It makes it finay.
No.
It would totally make it finay.
It's still finat.
It'd be finay.
It's based on the phonetics, man.
I'm finay kick your ass.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Anyway, I was saying, if we use your name, sorry, we hope you're cool with it. Because basically I'm saying we're not going to ask for permission. We're just going to go ahead and do it. And that'll be that.
Well, I mean, it's not like we're telling everyone's like fucking secrets.
Not on the first episode.
Maybe we'd eventually have them as guests.
Yeah.
There
And
is
then
a
we do like a dark
middle spot.
secret. A dark secret reveal. Can't even see it.
Yeah, you can.
Josh bought a Lazy Susan for the table to decorate it. It's really nice actually, but
It's a nice piece.
in my head it would be like showing off. We also have like this nice deer head in the bookshelf.
Oh, we
We're-
could put that in the middle.
Yeah, we're kind of in like we're like in a really cool man cave spot right now.
It's an
like
office.
It's an office man cave though. Like we don't get a lot of work done in here.
Speak for yourself. Granted, this is my office, not your office.
I don't get a lot of work done in here. Every time I'm over, I probably just stall and hinder his process, and now we're doing podcasts. So like he's definitely not working right
He
now.
always comes over when I was trying to write speeches. Well,
I
granted,
always come over.
I'm
always here.
I invited him over when I was trying to write speeches, and I never wrote my speeches. So, Mr. Professor Bates, if you're watching / listening to this, every time I turned in a speech late, it's because of him.
Hi, Professor Bates.
Benjamin Bates, cool dude.
B. Bates.
B. Bates, Master Bates.
B. Bates. He should definitely get his master's degree for just that reason.
Well, if you get your master's and you're a teacher, you're just a professor.
Oh, so he already is Master Bates.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Then he can be Dr. Bates.
Dr. Master Bates.
Dr. Master Bates.
That's how titles work, right?
Totally, man. I mean, he could legally change his name to that if he wanted to. And he definitely should. Hope he's listening to this.
His name is Kid Master.
He should. It's a good name. Just Master.
There was a kid
Speaking like what's it called? A butler. There's a kid. Go ahead.
There's a kid I knew. Oh, I didn't know him. He didn't go to our high school. He went to the other high school.
Gay. He's gay if he didn't go to our high school.
The one where we worked at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
He went to that high school. His name was Major.
I know him. I knew of him.
Real fucking tall kid.
Yeah. I wasn't tight with him, but like everyone knew Major. He was the fucking he was like almost 7 feet.
Yeah, he was that tall motherfucker.
Yeah.
Named Major.
Wasn't he gay? He was actually gay.
I don't think he was gay.
No, dude, I remember a big, tall dude being really gay.
There's another big tall dude at our high school.
Yeah, there's a few of them. But this one was gay.
He went to TO.
Major?
Yeah.
I don't know him then. Sorry, Major. Here's to you.
Major is not gay. Probably. I don't know. Who knows?
He's
Things-
major straight.
People can change. Depending on who you talk to, they say they won't.
Depending on who you talk to.
People don't change.
I wonder who's got the stance now. Yeah, we had a good conversation for a little bit. I'm losing steam.
We're at 30 minutes.
Not bad. I'm used to seeing podcasts that are like 3 hours.
It's our first fucking one. We went in
Look,
with no plan.
I know. And I think it should either be this.
This is perfect.
This is pretty perfect. It should be this, but I kind of want to do like a movie thing too at some point.
No, that's something different. That's two dudes watching
Yeah,
a
but
movie.
who cares? No, we're just drinking beer.
No, that's
We're
two dudes.
drinking beer, whatever we do.
That's two dudes watching a movie. And honestly, that's kind of gay.
I think two dudes can watch a movie in a heterosexual way.
The name Two Dudes Doing Something is honestly a really good title for anything.
So what you're saying is
Two dudes-
spin-off. We should do
Sure.
a spin-off of two dudes drinking beer. We could do two dudes watching a movie.
Let's go
and
to
then
the
two dudes
copyright
like
office.
jerking each other off.
Let's go to the copyright office. Copyright Two Dudes.
And then we'll copyright every
Everything.
branch.
Let's make a website.
Yeah.
Wix.com. Your website made easy. Not sponsored.
That reminds us. This is sponsored by Squarespace. If you need an internet, if you need a web page,
You
Go to
can't have
Squarespace.
two competing...
that's why it's funny, you dipshit.
Now they'll never sponsor us.
That's fine. They don't need to.
GoDaddy.com. Register your domain name.
Remember that, dude?
Danica Patrick. They always showed like the fucking titties. And then
Dude, what a way to sell internet space, right?
and then you
Like,
go to GoDaddy.com and it's just a bunch
no
of
titties,
fucking
never titties, never any titties.
empty web pages.
It's like
It's nothing.
I've heard both sides of the argument. I've heard sex sells, and I've heard we ran a study, and it turns out sex doesn't sell. And I still feel like sex sells. Maybe I'm just a primitive ass caveman.
It sells way more than no sex.
But dude, I think Carl's Jr. commercials.
Except
I
they
still
changed
think about those all the time.
Carl's Jr. had some of the best commercials. Granted, being like a fucking kid, horny as shit, seeing TV. Of course, you want a burger then.
Yeah, dude. And GoDaddy, the same thing for the Super Bowl commercials. The only time you'd see them was for those fucking Super Bowl commercials, and they'd always have like Danica Patrick. She was the race car driver, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful woman. And then they'd have like all these other models in like just like scantily lewd clothing.
Scantily clad.
Scantily clad? What's the difference between lewd and scantily clad?
Lewd, not necessarily, but like lewd would imply more like
Nudity.
like very risque.
Buttholes.
Almost,
You
yeah.
can see a butthole.
Lewds are basically nudes that are safe. You ever
Lewds are nudes with a silent N.
You remember seeing those like quote unquote bubble arts where it'd be like a woman, she looks like she's naked, but there's like an image in front of the picture of her, and it looks like bubbles, and it's like covering up her clothing. Like she'll be wearing like a bikini, and they'll edit bubbles in front of the image where you can see through it and see her, but the bubbles cover up like the
Bubbles.
lines of her bikini, like the straps,
I don't know what you're talking
to
about.
make it look like she's naked. Missed call.
Oh, shit. I'm awful at checking my phone, too. So I only ever check my phone when I'm with someone and they check their phone. 15 notifications. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to respond to you now.
He doesn't care. Keep talking, man. I'm looking for this.
So Danica Patrick and all these girls for the GoDaddy commercials would just be like getting these super glamour shots, and then it'd be like GoDaddy.com, and you wouldn't know what the fuck it was, but literally everyone in my household who had a penis, and there's a lot of us, went online and definitely looked to see what it was, and it ended up being like a domain rights or something like that.
So it's on Know Your Meme as Mormon porn / bubble porn.
Okay, first of all, Mormon porn. Shout out to Mormon porn. It's very, very wholesome porn. Some of the best.
Have you ever seen those images?
This is called Mormon porn?
Yeah, or bubble porn, depending on like where you find it.
Yo, low-key, that's kind of cool because it leaves a lot to the imagination.
That's what the Mormon aspect is.
Are you able to, if you're Mormon, you just have to imagine all the sex. Is there a way to put that? You want to show the camera, or can you just put it post? Or
This is trash.
so bad, not gonna happen.
Well, Google
Mormon porn.
Google Mormon or bubble porn, and
Probably bubble porn.
it's-
Mormon porn is something that I'm too familiar with.
It's
not gonna be
super safe. There's no nudity. That's why it's Mormon.
No nudity.
They're not lewd at all.
It leaves a lot to the imagination.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. It's like it's weird because they do look more naked with. Yeah, man. I mean, I think it really shows you how revealing a bikini really is. And I'm not going to sit
Basically
here and tell
underwear.
you about any like kind of gender rules or anything, but like it definitely is like I'm going to keep scrolling.
Okay, we'll give me my phone back, you pervert.
I mean, that one you really can't tell. Like that one's
And none of them you can tell. That's the whole point.
that's crazy. Yeah, so look at bubble porn.
Mormon porn.
Mormon bubble porn.
Yes, just include both of the terms to have maximum safety. Do it at
Voice
school.
crack.
Do it at church.
Do it at a Mormon church. And then you can say
Mormon
God
church
told you
school.
to. Yeah. A Mormon that's what you just
You
said.
wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, it's totally street legal.
Yeah. It won't put you in a database.
Won't put you in the pokey.
Why do they call it bokeh?
I'm quoting Matilda. Do you want me to give you that definition?
Sure, I've never seen the movie. Or read the book.
You're gonna get canceled tomorrow.
Why? Because I've never seen.
Because you've never
fucking
seen fucking Matilda.
Matilda, the orphan girl with magical powers.
So you know Matilda. You
I
just
know
were like,
of it.
fuck that poor orphan bitch.
Yeah, that and Annie.
Scrooge. I've never seen Annie, but
It's the
Matilda
redheaded
basically
ginger.
has telekinesis, and she lives in an orphanage. And I don't remember it because I saw it when I was super little. But basically, if you're a bad kid, you get put in a pokey, and it's like a giant coffin, and there's spikes in the front and back of it.
That's called an Iron Maiden.
Yeah, it would be, but I think they gave it like a childish name, like the pokey.
I thought they called the prison pokey. I thought that's what it was.
I've never heard of the prison referred to as a pokey.
Oh, well, that's just me then.
I mean, I guess. Maybe I've heard it, but definitely not like from friends. It's like everything I know is from fucking movies. I don't know anything from real life.
That's why you don't know how to say words.
Big
You
facts.
didn't learn phonics.
No, I was not hooked on phonics as a kid.
Learning phonics in Phoenix, Arizona. Bars.
Gang gang. Two dudes drinking beer.
Two dudes drinking beer.
It's gonna be the worst fucking promotional campaign ever. Just every time we burp, we're gonna say the name of the podcast.
Two dudes drinking beer.
Two dudes drinking beer.
So, of course, when you're making a quote-unquote brand, you have to do your research, make sure it doesn't exist.
Just whip the piss out of it.
What?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, well, disregard what the fuck that just I don't know. So when you're making a brand, you need to do your research, make sure it doesn't exist already. So after a few Google searches,
3 of them.
that is a few. Yes, you don't have to expose me right now. After a few Google searches, it turned out that two dudes drinking beer doesn't exist. So to the copyright office we go. Let's drive to Sacramento right now.
Let's go.
Let's go. It'll be
You got a
like-
full tank of gas?
Got a full tank.
We got the
Gas is cheap.
gas is so fucking cheap. Shout out to Corona. We got some beer and some, I guess, table decor.
We had Wendy's for lunch.
Yeah, we got some lunch, and
Had a piece of pizza for breakfast.
and we filled up a tank of gas. And Josh was like, "I can go 375 miles, which is great gas mileage, if you ask me."
Nissan Sentra.
And he's like, "Where do you want to go?" And now we know we need to go to
Copyright
Sacramento
office.
and the copyright office.
Where is the nearest copyright office? Might as well.
I'm pretty sure you could just legal zoom it or something. I don't know what legal zoom is, but speaking of all the ads you've seen,
I think it's like ConferZoom, which is regular Zoom. Just for lawyers.
no, well, maybe, yeah, it probably is. I was told it's like for lawyers, but I was told I can get people to write contracts for me. for like artists and stuff.
Copyright office is in Washington, D.C.
I mean, is that within 300 miles?
That's like 3,000 miles.
I mean, so just 10 times the distance of your gas tank. So 10 Phillips.
Yeah, I only got 3 days.
10 Phillips on the way there, 10 Phillips on the way back. How much would it cost to fill up your tank? $35-$40?
Like $28.
So $280 one way. So $560
Fuck that. I'd rather just fly.
both ways.
Fly for the same price.
Yeah,
Get it done in a
be
day.
way cheaper.
It'd be like this. It'd cost you the same.
Well, right now, especially, flights are cheap as fuck.
They're normalizing.
Yeah. Well, the economy is slowly opening back up. So,
Do you think it's a good idea?
I don't know, but
You have an opinion.
yeah.
That's what I'm asking for.
All right. Well, fucking chill. One dude drinking beer,
2 dudes drinking beer.
like a shitty kids cartoon.
Together in solidarity.
I saw the Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk, and for them, they were saying China's already back up full steam for production. The scientists are realizing it doesn't kill as much as they first anticipated, and stuff like that. I'm obviously not smart enough to understand a lot of it, but they said it's probably not going to kill you unless you're a smoker, have an immune disease, or are obese.
So we're chilling.
We hope.
I'm fine.
But
I eat dirt.
yeah, Josh does have a legendary immune system.
I get sick once a year, and it's always around Christmas time. Mm-hmm. Except for this year. I was already sick in January, so I'm good.
It was a little late, but yeah, basically, I don't think it matters because I think those people would probably get sick and die anyway if you have an immune disorder. It sounds like you got the flu anyway, you would die. And seeing as this is like SARS-2, it would be just as fatal. And I'm not saying it's like, acceptable. I just think it's one of those things of like people need to. There's no way of hiding from it. So we're all gonna get exposed to it eventually, if it's been around the world, and it will probably speed up the process of us dying, and there might be more deaths, but it seems like it. Okay, one thing they talked about too in the podcast was Elon Musk was saying, the true reason why America's number one with COVID cases right now is because people go into the doctor's office and they say, "What are your symptoms?" And there was a grant by the government to hospitals to treat COVID patients. And if you go in with a cough or a tickle in your throat or any of the 105 symptoms that COVID has to offer, all they needed to do was check a box and say,
You have it.
"You have COVID." And then
Maybe.
they would get a $40,000 grant per patient or some stupid number of money that they desperately needed because hospitals are pinched right now. So we have the highest cases because doctors are filling out these patients' information as they have it when it's realistically a cold or the flu. And then they call anything a COVID death if they have a cough or any of the symptoms. They don't even need to be tested positive for it.
So really our numbers are inflated.
Absolutely, completely fudged.
Well,
Absolutely fudged. Not even inflated, just fucking wrong.
inflated.
Yes. He used the word conflated because we were taking anyone with a cough or a sneeze and saying COVID. Taking anyone with flu-like symptoms and saying COVID. And then people would commit suicide on antidepressants with a cough or a sneeze, and they would say it was a COVID-related death. Which, fun fact, I actually did the research. I'm trying to grow this beard out, and there's a facial treatment called minoxidil, and you apply it to your face. And I haven't used it because it said that it might increase your heart rate, and sometimes I just get a little panic attack or whatever, and get super.
Don't let Raul have it.
Yeah, I just get super like flustered, and I didn't want to, increase my risk of like a heart attack or whatever from like a beard growth formula. And I did the research literally last night, and yesterday, and I was looking it up, and 2 people died of heart attacks because they had like hypertension and pre-existing heart conditions. One of them had an immunocompromised disorder, and he died of pneumonia. And then the other one committed suicide and died of a bullet wound to the head. All of these were classified as, it was the only 5 people that died. 5 people that died from using minoxidil. They all had to be classified as minoxidil deaths because they were...
It's a side effect.
Yeah, they were using minoxidil. But at the same time, they wrote in the paper, we believe it was because of the pre-existing conditions prior to using minoxidil, which was depression, immunocompromised, and heart conditions. So I think doctors and hospitals all over the nation are taking that stance where they can fill out the paperwork to say, this is a COVID death, this is this death, this is this death, but we get more money if we treated a COVID patient because risk factors and, one reason or another.
And everybody loves money.
And everybody loves money, and everyone needs money. Because they were saying also, and I'm really just ripping off Joe Rogan and Elon Musk's podcast right now. So
it's not Elon Musk's, it's just Joe Rogan.
But it was I'm literally having the conversation for both of them right now.
Okay, well, this is 2 dudes drinking beer, not the Joe Rogan experience. We've already mentioned Joe Rogan like 4 times.
Well, I think he's a great podcaster.
Finish your thought.
I don't think it's going to be critical to reopen the U.S. economy because I don't think it was a threat in the first place based off what I have seen and been told.
So what, are you going to protest?
I would not protest. But and that's the other side too, right? I don't think people should be going as extreme. Luckily, I'm comfortable enough. I have money saved up to where my rent and everything is figured out. But I know a lot of people don't. So I understand their frustration.
Sorry,
but
I was just looking at my forearm in the frame.
I know, I keep checking myself out too. It's not even... I got a hair in my fucking mouth.
My arms look nice. It's just everything else. My legs, amazing. Arms, nice. Torso, needs work.
We're 2 dudes.
Drinking beer. I just the one. I don't know why you guys do
It was
that.
for Oscar.
Yeah, it's just the one clinking. Never understand your guys' traditions.
Got a hair in my throat. I'm going to throw up on the first ever live podcast.
Please don't do that. It's not even live. It could be live. We could go live.
I know.
We could do the next one live.
If you want. Okay, so what say you if we can't play movies, how about we play some video games? We don't have to even like...
I don't want to make a let's play.
Not a let's play. It's
That's
just...
the same thing.
I'm just saying, man, like... What if we just...
Do you want to make a podcast or not?
I do, but
Okay,
maybe
so
sometimes
that's
I want to play
this.
some video games while we podcast.
No. I disagree with that. I'm going traditional, in the traditional sense of what a podcast is.
So we're going to go to crime stories.
No. We're just 2 dudes drinking beer.
2 dudes drinking beer.
Talking about whatever's on our minds, offering... I look really good. Offering
up absolutely nothing except for our narcissism.
offering varied opinions And if people like our opinions, they'll keep watching or listening or however you want to consume this content, this medium.
Orally
Anally,
or
rectally.
rectally.
I have a mouth thermometer that you could put in your butt. It does the same thing.
Is it clean?
Yes, it's only been in my mouth.
We should do a bet to where someone has to take their temperature in their butt with it.
It's really not that bad. I would assume.
So you have already.
I would assume.
So you have already.
As soon as it goes...
You've already shoved the rectal thermometer. You've already shoved the oral thermometer up your rectal.
As soon as it goes up your butt, you can't put it back in your mouth. No matter how much you clean it, because that's
Is it advised?
That's
or
how
is
you
it
get
just...
hepatitis.
Really?
You get hepatitis from poo-poo.
What if you
Pretty
eat,
sure.
What if you eat the
blood.
groceries?
You'll get hepatitis.
That's how you get hepatitis.
Yeah, you get it from contamination from bodily pathogens.
Is that a lifetime thing? You can't get rid of hepatitis, or
I'm not sure. I'm not.
Because that doesn't seem like a good
specialist.
trade.
I'm also not a fucking doctor.
If you ate ass once and then got stranded with hepatitis,
I assume
that seems like a pretty bad deal. No,
well, hepatitis isn't an STD. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not a doctor. I don't know shit about science.
But you know,
I'm a fucking business student.
but you know loads about
which makes me look
Mormon and
worse.
bubble porn.
Yes. It was a trend back in the day. It's
Sure.
all know your meme. So therefore it's a meme.
All right. Josh, the culturally meme.
Yeah,
culture.
who said white people don't have culture? I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
Mormon porn.
Ugh. Mormon porn.
Someone's gonna search that, like our 2 fucking listeners, and they're actually gonna find hardcore porn.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you
You
can't
have-
search for anything online without coming up with porn.
You have to throw the bubble in there. You can't just search Mormon porn because you'll get something.
Also throw in the words hardcore.
No, don't throw in hardcore.
Hardcore Mormon bubble
For all
porn.
my maybe less than 18 age listeners, don't look.
Anyone under the age of
hardcore.
18 is only looking at porn on their
It's
smartphones.
illegal. Fun fact. If you get caught, you can go to jail and you die. That's what happens.
Premarital sex?
Die.
Dead.
Masturbate? Death.
Dead. Is it really illegal to look at porn under the age of 18?
Yes. It's illegal to go to a rated R movie when you're not 17.
Okay, but like...
There's rules and regulations.
But they're not going to throw you in jail for going into one.
You'll probably get a citation.
It's like okay.
I don't think you would, but the movie theater would get in trouble.
It's like getting into a bar fight. Fun facts.
No, that's way different.
Fun facts.
That's assault.
Fun facts. If you get into a bar fight, fun facts with Alec Barden. If you get into a bar fight, unless it's a really bad fight, they're not going to call the cops. They're just going to throw you out. Go nuts. That's what the fucking camera
There's the deer head.
decided to die on. It didn't default to the webcam, did it?
Yeah, it did. I have them both on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of dope.
So, lower quality. This is what we actually do. This is how we really look.
We are just low quality looking beings. What was that, another 23 minutes?
Something, I don't know.
We're coming up on 54 minutes, 55 minutes. This is fun.
This is fun. I like how you just need to figure this out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's just what you said earlier. It's just going to die.
Well, I think I just need to get that battery adapter that plugs into straight electricity so it keeps going.
Is that why it's doing it? Because that makes no sense. I mean, I've been watching a lot of like computer reviews lately too. And, well, I want to buy the MacBook, but I just want to kind of like make sure everything's running proper. But basically, if it's not plugged into power, a lot of the laptops will give less power because it can't handle it unless it's plugged in. But it seems counterintuitive to me because it's like if you have a video running or you have a camera set up to take video, it should just keep going until the battery dies. It shouldn't be in the middle of recording something and then say, oh, I need to turn off after 20 so minutes because someone forgot to turn me off.
It thinks...
And if it does, there should just be a setting for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to use this camera, and I've had it for fucking ever. So I'll look into it, I guess. Or I can just buy a new camera.
Whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
It works for what it is.
I mean...
25 minutes at a time.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we have a 30-second interval where the quality's gone down.
Yeah.
So,
or it can just... I know I said there's no cuts, but just cut between...
Yeah, worst case scenario. But... I don't know. I definitely like the quality of the camera a lot more.
It's a nice camera.
It is a
Gets
good
the job
camera.
done. Takes nice pictures. A lot better than video. Video only looks good when you have good lighting.
Do we have good lighting?
We have all right lighting. That one should be different.
Yeah, it's got to be the same bulb, right?
It doesn't matter. If anything, if you have like two different kinds of bulbs, it adds a different like color temperature. So like it wouldn't be super bright. This one like dims it down, so it's more like natural.
Would it be possible to get a bulb like those and throw it in that?
Of course. I wouldn't do it though.
Why not?
Because I like how it looks. I don't want super...
He's an artiste.
I don't want daylight in here.
Artiste.
I want warm lighting. Warm lighting is natural lighting.
Warm.
Except the color signature from sunlight is blue. Sunlight is blue light.
What was the interesting fact you told me last night?
About what?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't fucking remember. I don't remember yesterday at all. I just know I went to work and came home.
I don't know if it was about animals or something, but you're like, fun facts. And I was like, that is a fun fact. I'm using that.
I didn't say any fun facts yesterday.
You had fun facts yesterday, for sure.
You were here for like an hour, and then we went to bed.
It only took an hour. We were sitting, did we watch it? We didn't watch anything last night, did we?
Nope.
Fuck. It was when we were watching something.
Unless you give me something to go off of, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You can go off the fact that we were sitting on this couch,
That doesn't help me.
looking this way at the TV. And you're like, fun fact. This thing does this thing for this reason. And I was like, that is a fun fact. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're everyone.
I'm everyone listening right now.
No one's listening right now.
You don't know that. It's not good to downplay yourself. So,
Look, I think everyone who knows me knows that I think I'm the shit. And
obviously not, because you always talk shit about your videos and this.
that's because I know I'm so good that I could be negative.
No, that's not how it works. That's actually a really poor mentality to have. So,
Okay.
I watch a lot of Twitch streamers, yes. I am into that kind of entertainment.
Nerd.
Sure. It's a weeaboo. So, they always say, if you're trying to be a Twitch streamer, never say that, oh...
Never apologize.
Always, I mean, don't always apologize, but like, if you're PewDiePie and say the N-word on accident, apologize, motherfucker. But regardless, big streamers always say, if you're trying to get into streaming, don't ever acknowledge that you have no people in your chat. Always talk like there's always an audience there. Always.
Which we've been doing. I mean...
Yes, but we can't say that...
I'm just talking like we got two dudes
Two dudes drinking beer.
Two dudes drinking beer.
But you have to go in with like the mindset of people are watching this, even if they're not. Because if you're saying, "Oh, no,"
I wouldn't have come into it without that mindset. I think I'm more. I think where you're coming from is a sincere place. I'm more just being like cynical and joking because I know the first episode is not going to have 100 people watching it. It might have
you never know,
10
man.
to 20, but it's going to take time to grow. And I think I'm just aware of that. I'm not trying to like shit on us and downplay what we do. I think this has been a super fun podcast.
I'm not saying you are shitting on it, but like everything starts. It starts slow. It starts somewhere. So I mean, you can't have the mindset of like no one's watching. You can't have like the defeatist mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't say in the middle of this like no one's gonna listen to this. No one's watching this. For all you people out there that aren't listening,
for everybody,
which is everyone,
for everybody listening, grab a beer, drink with us.
If you're of age,
or not. I've learned there's no real consequences.
Okay.
So.
Tell that to my parents.
Just just do whatever you want to do.
Just happy accidents.
That was a fun sound.
Your glug, 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 glug. How the fuck are we going to end this? We've been on for an hour.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good time.
I mean, a minimum of an hour is like the goal.
How do we sign off?
Well, we signed on with a cheers.
So we can't do the same thing.
Yeah, we fucking can.
I disagree.
We make the rules, bro.
We should have thought of this.
Yeah, well,
but then you can't, because then we wouldn't come up with anything and be like, we wouldn't be able to decide on something. We just have to do it.
there you go. It'll. Let's just do this. Let's do this. Let's not sign off. Let's just end it.
Just fucking abrupt.
We could do it right now, or we could do it in 10 more minutes if you want to have one more discussion. But it'll be just one more thing, and then period. You know what I'm saying?
No, period.
It'll be period, and then that's it.
Period.
And we won't need to explain anything. We won't need to say goodbye. It'll just be fucking...
Tune in on every Tuesday, Thursday for Two Dudes Drinking a Beer.
Oh, it's going to get released because we do it.
Motherfucker, that's what I said.
We
record it Mondays and Wednesdays, and we're going to put them out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's our plan. So if you made it this far, and you want to hear more of us, look for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Why did we wait this long to say this?
Or I'm assuming, yeah, we probably should have opened with that. You did say bi-weekly.
I did say bi-weekly, but I never said the days. Tuesdays, Thursdays. Record it on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Or we'll probably both be sharing links on our social medias. So let's shout out our social medias, and that's how we'll end it.
At Josh Obrazet on everything. Josh _Obrazet.
__ Matthew with 3 T's __ for Twitter.
If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description. If you're listening to this on another platform, I don't know how it's going to get on that platform. You're shit out of luck, kid.
We need to make an account for like whatever platform we choose to go for podcasting, by the way. Otherwise, it's just going to be YouTube.
Looks like we're just YouTubing
we haven't even made that account yet.
Looks like we're just YouTubing it.
I'm down. We'll just YouTube it.
So everything will be in the description. Fuck annotations. Those shits don't work anymore. They don't exist.
How perfect is that?
Good.
I don't know if I'm allowed to
You're not.
give the finger online, but it fell right out of frame.
YouTube policies have changed a lot.
Oh, that's so fucking awesome. Am I allowed to cuss?
I mean, we're not making money from it, so it doesn't matter, but yes.
Fuck yeah. That was perfect.
So yeah, everything will be in the description below. Two Jews drinking beer. These labels come off super easy.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. Okay, well, don't throw it fucking that way. It's not going to get picked up.
I'll pick it up.
I doubt it. You forget to take your razors home. What makes you think you'll pick up a piece of paper? You can't even take razors home.
That's how we should sign out.
I want to say come back next week, but it's not in a week. It's in 2 days.
We'll force it down your throat. You want to do? We should do. You know what we should do? We should do another one later in the evening. We'll just keep drinking all day. We'll
Just
come back to
pump out content.
We'll just do two. We'll just record 2 on Monday.
We have nothing to talk about afterwards then.
Figure it out.
I think that's a bad idea.
We'll figure it out.
If we're wearing the same clothes, it's another day. It's not the same day.
It's the first episode. It's the first time. I'll learn to bring a different pair of clothes. Also, PewDiePie does 2 to 4 videos a day, and then he's wearing the same shit and posts that throughout the week.
I don't fucking watch his goddamn YouTube videos. I'm only subbed to him so he could beat India, and he didn't even beat India, so fuck him. I'm calling out the biggest person in content, and I'm gonna make him my enemy. Okay?
PewDiePie,
Because I
do you
know
hear
I know if I get any fucking attention from that, it benefits us. I'm smart.
PewDiePie, do you hear that? You just made an enemy. Not with any other normal enemy,
I'll crush you.
but an enemy with 2 dudes
Drinking beer.
drinking beer.
What do you have? Swedish meatballs? Go to IKEA? Fucking bitch.
Fucking.
Choose your words.
I know.
Be careful.
I'm pausing.
Careful what you say. He's only the biggest creator on the platform.
Fucking. I got nothing age appropriate. I just know anything I'm gonna say is gonna be so over the line.
So don't say it.
I'm pretty. Here's the thing. If any future episode comes up and I say something like I wanted to say, I hope you guys know it's all meant for comedic value. I'm 100% the guy who's just trying to say something to make you guys laugh, and it will be racist. It'll be racist. It'll be religious.
Racism is not funny.
It's a little funny.
I disagree.
Look, I mean, I think everything is funny. Everything can be funny, and if people really know who I was, I could have said
Which they don't.
Which they don't, and that's why I'm trying to, like, you know, kind of be a little more tame. But, like, I think everything could be justified, you know, joking or not, and that's what I want to get across is, like, 90% of the time it will be a joke. It will be something that's, like, I just think is funny, and it doesn't actually reflect my true beliefs or anything. It's really just for that. I do have that self-control, and and that's the thing too. Like, I don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of this, because there are so many other YouTubers who benefit off just saying racial slurs, but I just and they're conscious of it, but, like, I don't know, man. I need to learn to not care and really just commit to it. That's me. That's how I feel. I need it, because to me it's like I'm a character 100% of the time.
So you're fake.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Disingenuous motherfucker.
I'm super disingenuous. The fakest person you'll ever meet. But
I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet.
and he's got the funnest facts that I can't remember. But
So did it really happen? Did I really say that fact?
you really did.
If 2 people were in a room and one of them said a fact, but the other person doesn't remember it, did that fact even get spoken?
Yes.
If a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Yes.
I disagree.
You disagree because that's a fundamental issue of the paradigm. You're asking me what I think and then saying what you think and then saying those things can't exist together. They do. They can.
I don't remember saying this fun fact, therefore it never happened. You could just be fabricating the story.
I'm not fabricating it.
Fabricating? You're fabricating it.
You said fabricating.
No, I did not. We'll check the recording.
See if that's fabricated too.
You're an idiot.
This is fun. I wish I could talk shit to PewDiePie like I talk shit to you.
You can. We're on his platform.
I
Tag him.
I would have said something really bad.
He's right there.
It was really bad.
We'll put him right there.
I'll
put a picture of his face. I'll sit through all hour and 10 minutes just to edit this. Picture of PewDiePie right here. Look at him and call him a motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
There you go. There's Felix. Felix Klinsberg, whatever the fuck you say his last name.
Klensberg? That sounds
Kleinsberg.
fucking Nazi as fuck.
He's Swedish.
I know, but Klensberg? Cleansing?
I don't know, man. Once again, if you're watching this without video, I recommend you do. If you're just listening to it, you're not.
If you want to see a picture of PewDiePie and
you're
bubble
not going to
porn,
get the same effect
that'll be
without
it.
video. This is an audio-visual experience.
Also, you said you'd only be uploading it to YouTube, so they should be watching it with video.
They could have it in another tab. If you're watching it on the computer. If you're on a phone, you're shit out of luck. You have to watch it no matter what. Which, I don't know why the fuck they haven't developed that technology where to select a video and click out of it. Or not click out of it, but swipe out of it so you can listen to a song.
They probably need it for, like...
They don't need it.
Purpose. Well, they don't need it, but they want it for money. Everything's money. Who the fuck is texting you?
Ryan. He sent a
In the group chat.
sent a post. What group chat? I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have a group chat.
Oh, it just hit you up on Instagram?
Yeah.
For sure.
You gotta be fully wary about who is listening and watching to this and what we have.
We'll be fine.
We don't have anything.
I almost called PewDiePie something super bigoted.
Yeah, you gotta avoid that.
Which is what I did.
Good.
I'll tell you off camera.
Let's keep it that way.
It's fucking funny.
Just put your hand like this. They can't hear you like this. I can't read lips, dude. I'm not deaf.
Well, it's funny.
Okay, well, I think this is a good point to end.
Let's fucking end it.
We're two dudes drinking beer. If you like what you heard, you definitely didn't like what you saw.
Oh, you definitely like what you see.
Maybe this half. I'm the better looking one of the two. 100%.
I'd fuck me before I fuck you.
You saw the girl I matched with on Tinder today?
The first girl you ever matched with on Tinder.
Doesn't matter.
The first girl.
Doesn't matter. Let me see your matches.
No.
Exactly. That's what I fucking thought.
Because I don't show my matches to my other bitches.
Okay.
Bwah, bwah, bwah.
Hi, I have a podcast.
That's gotta be your fucking bio for Tinder now. Change it right now. Josh Oberstedt. Hi, I have a podcast.
Then I can't expect anything.
You want to give me the sex.
No, not in quarantine. That's how you catch disease.
So do you by eating the poo-poo.
Hepatitis.
Hepatitis. A, B, and C.
Ryan needs to
Tell
chill.
Ryan to shut the fuck up.
Ryan needs to
Ryan, why
chill
are you
the
hitting
fuck
him up
out.
and not me, you motherfucker? Lick my balls.
What has he got?
Lick my balls. I like this.
Something
I like this because we're
sexual.
just drinking.
Murder hornets. And he liked the video I sent.
Yay.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for tuning
Fuck you.
in. Okay. Well, I appreciate you being here. You spending all hour,
Good cop,
15
bad
minutes.
Cop. Good cop, bad cop.
Once again, I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet.
I'm the fucking biggest dick you'll ever meet.
It's all fake, though. This is all fake. He said it earlier.
Fuck you.
I called him out.
Fuck you.
Exposed.
Fuck you. Realest motherfucker in the game.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, check out Two Dudes Drinking Beer. That's the name, right? I forgot what it was.
It's
honestly.
two dudes. It's either two dudes or I think it's two guys. Two dudes.
No, it's two dudes. We're two dudes.
Two dudes sounds a little better to me, but I think it's two guys.
Two guys exists. We're two dudes drinking beer. That's
Two
what
dudes
it
drinking
is.
beer.
100%. That's what it is. I remember now.
100%. And you won't know because we still have time to update the logo.
Logo stays, no matter what.
No matter what.
We're two dudes drinking beer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Tuesdays and Thursdays regularly. Catch us on a YouTube near you.
Until next time.
Two dudes drinking beer.